Alright, we're back. Euro Japanese yen, guys. Happy to announce that we've pulled the trigger again on this one. It's going to be the third round. We've taken the euro yen on the upside. The first one was relatively successful. Wasn't exactly what we're looking for because it took too long to reach. And I'm talking about the move ever since that huge turnaround we had here. You remember this one, right? That swift move with that huge spike. The turnaround, that's where pretty much we began to become very much interested on the euro yen from the upside. And this upside move all the way to 126.35, like I said, took quite a long time to materialize, but eventually it was a profitable move. We got out. Later on we noticed that price was actually breaking 126.35 and was actually confirmed by the weekly close. So we got in again for the second round. That one was actually failing because price was quickly dropping, and as it was breaking that 126.35, we got out and we sat on the sideline for a couple of days. I was trying to figure out whether this drop was just a technical downside correction or a more of a serious beginning of, a downside move. And eventually when price began to come back, I figured out that that's probably a technical correction. Now let me show you, probably about 5 or 6 days ago when price was closing in on that 126.35 from below, I took a close look on the monthly perspective, and here's what I found. I think this is pretty significant stuff. So the same setup, right? Just this time from the monthly perspective, you can see that spike I was talking about, that huge turnaround. But take a look what happened here last month. Obviously, price had broken that 126.35 from the monthly perspective, which is the highest level possible, right? And it started, as we saw, it started on the downside. That's the drop we saw from the daily perspective. Take a look from this point of view. That's how it looks like. Just a tail, right? Just a spike. Price was bouncing all the way back. And I said that last time we left the situation here, I said specifically that I feel very strong that by the end of the month, price will come back to establish itself back inside that middle range and possibly even end up the month on a positive note. And that can still happen, right? Because we still have like 10 days to go. But the very fact that we have this huge spike forming here after we saw that close last month, this is explosive stuff, right? So I think that pretty much, makes it very compelling to begin and, and establish another bullish campaign, trying to, to chase price all the way to the old price target 130.24, which is the higher section of this particular setup. So things are looking pretty good so far. I did want to have a daily close yesterday as a trigger, and we got that yesterday. I mean, even from the daily perspective, you can see how much respect price paid to that particular key level from the very, from the last days. We see the first engagement here, second also failed just a couple of days ago, another failure, but yesterday was successful. So we'll take it from here, right? We're starting small, aiming at 130.24. I'll be sure to come back and to keep you posted. That's about that for this one, guys, and that's about that for today. We'll see you tomorrow.